So are we all saying the unnamed and this is the unnamed podcast?
I'll say this is.
You saying this is.
Whoever says their name first says this is.
Okay.
So I say I'm Trevor.
I'm Jeffrey.
I'm Jalen.
And this is
The Unnamed Podcast.
See?
Let's go. We got it.
All right. Well, what's up, y'all? Thank you for tuning in for episode 3 of this podcast that does not have a name.
It does not have a name.
Not yet. Maybe we can figure one out real quick. But
Oh, God.
Not real quick.
I'm bad at names.
Yeah, same.
Let it flow.
It'll happen eventually.
Eventually, yeah.
But yeah, we back with the jump off of the jump off. This is the 3rd episode.
Hey.
Yeah, so here at Jalen's house.
Let's go.
Yeah. Recording with the laptop and the microphones plugged up off, which kind of ways. Mini cords.
Cords everywhere.
Cords everywhere.
Because it was cords already everywhere here before, and now it's just everywhere.
Like we go
microphone cords everywhere.
We go all in for the podcast, okay?
But they were like, we can just, because we were having a technical difficulty problem, and they were like, we can just use the phones again. And I'm like, no, we have the capability.
Yeah, we have.
And here we are. So if my microphone dies, then I'm gonna just pull my phone out real quick. If I drop out, I'm gonna be back. It's gonna be a little slight worse quality, but I'm gonna be back. So
Absolutely.
yeah. But yeah, how y'all doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm about to get this new job out here in these streets. Hold on.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
And I'm about to quit this other job. I'm not gonna quit. I'm gonna put in my 2 weeks notice, but
You're gonna
As
quit.
you should.
I'm gonna be a good businessman. I'm gonna put my 2 weeks notice in,
And then you're gonna quit.
and then I'm gonna quit.
Exactly.
And
You're gonna bow out gracefully.
and just get another bag,
Okay.
Absolutely.
A bigger, better bag.
Yeah.
Okay, a more, hopefully more considerate of your time back.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Because that last job, we ain't even gonna talk about. Maybe we will, if you want to. But
It's going to come up.
It most likely will come up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how are you feeling today, Jalen?
It's been a cool day so far.
First of all, who are you? Who is this person?
Who are you? Wait. Who are you?
You have to keep in mind that nobody knows.
Who are you, sir?
What is
and
your
where
voice?
are you from?
Here we go. All right. So my name is Jalen. Pardon me. I'm bad at intros. My name is Jalen. I'm a freelance photographer. Just started streaming Call of Duty content. So if you're into that, feel free to watch me. I am Professor X Gaming. My photography and videography content can be found on YouTube at Carter J, and then it can be found online at carterjphotos.com and on Instagram at carterjphotos. And yeah, what else? Oh, I'm from Toledo, Ohio. Definitely based here. Yeah, that's where most of my clientele is. So I'm here a lot.
And how do you feel about starting this podcast today?
Oh, I feel good about starting this podcast.
Yeah.
I feel like we have a lot of good conversations that oftentimes go to waste. Because I feel like often being videographers and photographers, we tend to not record ourselves. So when we're alone having our conversations, and they be good-ass conversations. Sorry, I can do that. I can say that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Be you.
Good. Absolutely. So, yeah. I feel like we have good-ass conversations that oftentimes go to waste because I feel like we're super entertaining when we're out there together. So
Yeah.
I feel like this is going to be good. People are going to like it. And, yeah, let's get it.
Right, that's the same thing we said when we were first talking.
I
We
told
were
him the same
like,
thing. I said, like, we have conversations, and then we forget about the conversations.
yeah.
But then it's almost like a memory.
Yeah, like a
Absolutely.
audio
But it's
diary.
like, what did I say?
Mm-hmm.
Like it goes like,
Right. And I was thinking this when I was at home, like, since we're doing this every week, we're gonna see each other like at least like every week.
Yeah, that gives us a reason to make sure we see each other.
So I guess we should confirm the date, like confirm how many times they will get a podcast each week.
Once.
Once?
Let's start it.
Yes.
We gonna get one podcast.
Yes.
Absolutely. Let's start at
Yes.
that one.
Okay.
Weekly episodes.
Yeah.
So we only
That's
record
normal.
one time a week.
Because you got to think,
Yeah.
we all three do different things
Yeah,
outside
with
the
different
podcast.
schedules.
So if they want to keep up with that, by all means, they have that information.
True.
However, us three getting together in one room with time,
Yeah, it's a lot.
we all have jobs. We all
doing a
do
lot.
different things. It's a lot.
We have a life outside
Yeah.
of this.
Yeah, so
If y'all could see
every week
like the
is
setup
good.
right now, everything happening in this room on this floor right now, like once a week is enough.
Yeah. But I will say this little setup we got going on now is 1,000 times better than everything
Yeah.
we used to be doing.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
Lord.
it's legit. It's legit.
Seeing all
Yeah.
this is money, and
And
we
I
bought
guess-
all this over time.
I'll sit
Okay.
here and I'll take the time to say I appreciate the setting of what it looks like right now, because
Absolutely.
especially at Joseph's house as well, the setting and like just the mood.
You didn't.
Absolutely.
I revamped the studio
What you mean?
Again?
What you do?
Since the last time y'all were there.
Oh my
Okay,
god!
what you
I
do?
took
What
the
did you
I
do?
took the LED strips down, and I put LED like they're still strips, but they're like continue. You got to see it for yourself.
Like-
and then I got the blue
they
light
just look
up.
Good.
Yeah, they look good.
Absolutely.
So it's
And I
more-
got the blue light, the black light on the ceiling. So when you turn the black light on, it lights everything up like it looks like that. Like you go to Ohio State, you go to skating or bowling, and they have
Oh,
the black lights.
Absolutely, that's fire.
Yeah, it's fire.
It brings it like from here, and then it takes it another step up. That's
how
like
okay.
you don't
it looks
expect.
like, yeah.
That's
So
hard.
it's very vibey in there.
Send me the link to those.
To what?
The lights.
Walmart.
Oh,
Walmart.
which
Walmart.
ones?
Walmart.
Go in the app and find them because I need to know exactly which ones.
Okay. Oh, there
Okay.
and
Well, I guess everybody's room's looking vibey. I gotta
Light
make
bulb.
mine look a little
Because
vibey.
like this is not
Yeah.
the final
But my
form.
room do look a little vibey. It's just
You got a vibe.
yeah, I do.
You just
Absolutely.
gotta vibe it up.
I just get it looking more creative. I need your help.
Okay.
I need your
I
help.
got
So
you.
I use
come over here.
thumbtacks.
I have a whole bunch of those.
Ain't that what they're called?
Yeah.
Like the
Thumbtacks.
Yeah. What this is up with?
yes, those are thumbtacks.
Yeah.
Okay, well I'll put them up with thumbtacks to hold it up, so I don't have to
I
like
don't have
tape it
stuff
or
on
nothing.
the walls.
What?
Like I don't have like
Like art?
yeah. The only thing that's hanging up on my wall is
I can send you
your
some links.
Apollo thing.
What?
Your little poster that you have made.
The
Yeah.
the paper?
Yeah.
Where you get one of them from?
I got a whole bunch of them
From where?
from you.
What?
Yeah, you was like take the better looking ones.
Oh, I sound like
I
that.
got that, and I got your one of your photos on my wall.
Oh, I can send you links to some art. I got these from Spencer's. I just got these like 2 weeks ago.
Well,
That
let's
one is
wait.
not-
I mean, not Spencer's. The head shed. That's
I
where
thought
got
this
these.
one was handmade, like a friend did or something.
Nah,
and
this
that-
is Alice in Wonderland themed.
And it glows in the
Yeah.
dark. I mean, it glows because the blue light.
Well, it's like
the
when
light
it's
is
actually
blue.
dark, it doesn't do anything.
The blue light though, that's what I
Really
mean.
nice.
Yeah.
Or-
And then
yeah.
I love the whole little setup right here as well.
Thank you. That
What?
bookshelf was $20, and those are all accessories
And
of
then
smoking that I
also
already
see
own.
Beyonce doing
And
that.
yes, that is a Beyonce rolling
That
tray.
is a Beyonce.
Absolutely.
Rolling tray.
Yes,
Yes.
Joseph.
I already seen it. I already acknowledged. We already know how I stand with Beyonce.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I need some Beyonce stuff. I got like, y'all know I got like the Beyonce hat
Yeah.
and all that, but I need Beyonce stuff in my house,
Absolutely.
just in general.
Yeah.
Last week we said that we would introduce our friend Jalen. I think we can go a little more into depth about what exactly you do. A very skilled, highly decorated photographer in the area of Toledo, Ohio.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, kind of just like run through some accolades. Like, tell us like what, because I think you're kind of slept on. I feel like you need to just like let the people know exactly who you are right now.
First and foremost, thank you. I appreciate that. First and foremost, thank you. I appreciate that.
Not the
I've
radio
been
voice.
shooting for a pretty long time, consistently. I started in 2015. The way I started was I wanted to just get a portfolio, so I did about 4 years of free work. So I didn't do any paid photo shoots for 4 years. It basically meant I did anything that anybody asked me to do. If someone said, hey, can you come to this and shoot this? I'm like, okay, fine. Or if I'm just like, I don't have anything to do because nobody wants me to shoot their stuff, I just go outside and take pictures.
Right.
So I've been doing that. I did that for 4 years, and then I started charging. And then when I started charging, people were still coming, the same amount of people, even more. So it was kind of like, okay, I have this big book of work now, so I can charge. And ever since then, I haven't turned back. And outside of that, I also am starting a business where I'm actually doing glass making, where I'm repurposing old liquor bottles, because a lot of people have old liquor bottles they just throw away. A lot of people just throw them in the trash. So I'm repurposing those into water pipes. So basically like bongs. And yeah, that's another business that I'm starting. I also stream on Twitch, Call of Duty gameplay. Of course, I already said that. And what else?
Just a myriad of creative outlets.
Yeah, you just
I do a few things. As far as photography, videography, that's my main thing that I do. With that, my clientele right now ranges from a bunch of college graduation shoots, high school graduation shoots, birthday parties, weddings, really anything, to be honest. I do videography content as well. I've done music videos. Right now I'm working on a cipher. So there's an R&B cipher that's coming out. I'm doing the behind the scenes, kind of like a vlog for that. And yeah.
How is that going? Because I was there, but I didn't.
It's going
I don't
very
have
well.
any
The
footage.
footage is looking very, very
Is
good.
it?
I can show you some of it.
I don't have any of it.
Yeah,
I'm actually
I
still
kinda-
going through footage. I have like
I
2
kinda-
hours of footage to go through from
Yeah.
it. It's a
You
lot.
gotta show me what it look like.
You got like
I wish I
15
could've
minutes
been
of
there.
footage for me
It's
because I didn't
beautiful.
record
The footage
anything.
is beautiful.
Okay, but so before you move on, I want to ask you, at what point did you say, okay, I can get money from doing photography and videography? Like, what point do you like, okay, I'm not about to just doing stuff for free, and I'm about to get my check?
And
What?
what made you, not what made you, but how did you become comfortable charging people and
Yeah.
like choosing your own price?
Right,
Absolutely.
like, yeah, that seems kind
Because
of.
I still am not at that point yet.
Well, I'm getting a little bit more
Not with my
comfortable.
photography.
I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with what my prices are, but
Because
you
y'all,
know.
y'all can help me out with that.
yeah.
Absolutely.
But I
'Cause I'm
guess
like
you asked that because you was first.
So I can tell you the story of exactly how it happened. It was actually funny. It was actually like it's not how you think it happened. So how I realized it was I was taking yearbook photos. So I created my entire high school yearbook.
Weren't
From
you
like
on
the
the
graphic
yearbook
design
club?
work. Yeah, I was in the yearbook class. From like the
Right.
graphic design work. I was also in the yearbook a lot because I was very involved. And what happened
Right.
was there was a deadline to submit pictures. And a lot of the students were not taking the pictures on time, and it was like past time. But I'm creating a yearbook. I took most of the pictures. I'm a photographer. So people are like, can you please take my picture? It's past the deadline, though. I'm like, okay, meet me at the steps after school. I'll take your pictures in the hallway, but it's going to be $25. So I did that whole week, and then somebody asked me to do their graduation shoot how much I would charge. I said I'd get back to them. That morning, the next day, I didn't see them in school, and I was like, okay, it's going to be $100. My first client, that was my first paid client. Her name was Zanera. I recently did actually her 21st birthday shoot, which
That was her.
yeah, that was Zanera. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember what y'all talking about.
In that school year, I just is the studio shoot with the purple 21 balloons. I got basically like a portrait of her. She was kind of staring away. She had on like a white dress. One of her outfits was a pink dress.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, she was like my first paid client, and then from there, I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna do any more free shoots because everyone had already been telling me you have a lot of work. Why are you doing this stuff for free still?
Yeah.
Like I need a bigger portfolio. This is not a lot. I have a lot of work, but am I proud of that work? Is that work that I'm truly like, that's good work? So once people type my head up, so I'm like, okay, I can charge. So I was doing graduation sessions, like my classmates, for $100, and then
So you jumped from nothing to 100.
yeah, I had a big portfolio. I was charging the $25 for like the one yearbook photo
right.
to get their photo in the yearbook, and then someone's like, "How much are you gonna charge me for an entire like grad shoot, high school graduation shoot?" I'm like,
Okay, you got to be more than that.
I'm like, okay, I got to be a little bit more than that. It's like a bunch of photos. It's not
Right.
just one photo or like 3
Right.
photos. I'm like, okay, $100, that's good. Because I was looking at,
Plus you gotta edit it.
and at the same time, while I'm doing all this free work, I'm getting more. Like, I'm looking at other photographers. I'm sitting here watching the big photographers as they blow up, watching their videos, seeing how much they charge for things, trying to get a better understanding, watching my local photographers, seeing how much they're charging for things.
Right.
It's good that you had high school as like catalyst for
Absolutely.
your situation.
Absolutely.
So
My
you didn't have
yearbook
to, like,
teacher
search and like
definitely
you had like
helped.
a whole clientele that was already there.
Yeah, that's definitely. Because, like, once I started taking pictures, it made everything easy because everybody is searching photographers. And, like, thing about my high school is it's, like, it's kind of far away from the city. Kind of. It's in the city, but it's kind of
It's
far away
kinda
from
in the boondocks.
everything else. It's like it's a little drive.
It's a little out
So
there.
to any other photographer, it'd be like the photographer had to take a drive, or they'd have to take a drive. They got to figure out where it's at. And I was taking photos in the hallway, and they looking good because I'm walking around with a DSLR camera with a 50 millimeter
in
lens.
school all the time.
As a 18-year-old or 17, 18-year-old high school student all the time, I walk around with my camera every day.
You had Nikon?
This is actually, yeah.
You're the 50.
So first I had the Nikon D5300, and then I had the Sony A6300. And I'm just walking around with my camera every day.
You had the 63 in high school?
I had that my senior in high school, and then I sold it in college,
Oh.
which is why I didn't shoot for like 5 months with my own personal camera. I shot sometimes with other people's stuff.
Oh.
But yeah, I was just walking around with a DSLR in high school, so everybody's just like, okay, you're a photographer.
Yeah,
So like by
right.
the time I start taking pictures, it's like, okay, he's good. He got to be good. He walked around every day with a camera anyways.
Right.
And then once I got to college, I was just taking photos around campus, and I took photos of it's a rocket. It's shooting towards Bowling Green's campus apparently, and then we have our bell tower. And I took a couple photos around campus, and the actual University of Toledo page posted those. And then I submitted those photos.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember those pictures.
And then I submitted those to a magazine on campus called The Mill Magazine, and it got submitted into there, and it was like the final cover page of that magazine. And that was dope for me. That gave me a big confidence boost. And then I reached out to, because I was a freshman at the time, so I really didn't know her very well. Her name was Isis. She was the president of BSU. I reached out to her. I'm like, hey, your headshots, they're cool, but like I can take some better photos of you. Can you meet me like on campus? I know you're on campus or whatever. I'm a freshman, stay in Parks. And I also want to talk to you about BSU or whatever type stuff. So we took pictures that day, took her headshots. She posted them. They kind of blew up. People started to notice me a little bit in my work. So I'm just posting my own work and stuff. And then I ended up selling my camera. And then I came back, and I'm just taking a bunch of photos, just doing a lot of creative work. And then I'm like, okay, people are reaching out to me, how much you want to charge. So then I spent weeks investigating how much I wanted to charge for photo shoots. Weeks for the base price. My original base price, I believe, was like $175 with a $25 deposit, because I'm like $150, but I'm like, I need a $25 deposit because I don't want people canceling on me constantly.
Right.
And then once I started doing grad sessions, because grad sessions are a little bit more work than like a regular session, I went up to $225, and then I got more equipment. So I'm like, okay, my regular session just needs to go to $225, because $175 wasn't enough to support me getting all this equipment. And what if this SD card fails? What if this small thing breaks? I need to be able to afford that. I need to have that backup. So I'm like, okay, $225 is the base rate. That's the cheapest photo shoot for me, and that's gonna get you at least 20 to 25 photos edited. Like that's good for a professional photographer who has years of work in every genre of photos. I have everything from street work to portrait work to animal work, architectural work, graduate work. I've done all that, so it's like that's a cool rate. And there's other photographers out here charging a lot more for grad shoots and things like that. There's people charging $525 for those things.
Right.
Or like them just all they gotta do at that point, and they're mostly in studios, is just click the button and then put a filter on it, because it's the same lighting.
Right, and it helps that you have the confidence to charge your rate, because you know that, okay, gear costs this much.
Absolutely.
This costs this much. So you like, yeah, I know I need to charge this much, and I'm confident that I can
and it's like
absolutely
with the price.
And it's like very like reasonable. It's a very realistic price.
Yeah, so that price was adapted too, because I'm like, I'm not shooting for like the richest people. Most of my clientele are black college students. I'm like, okay, what would I be able to pay for a photo shoot? Thinking, okay, I have to work a lot during this photo shoot, and this gear is very expensive. However, what could I afford? So that's how I came with that $225 price.
Dude, that's the thing. That's the thing about me though, because you be like, I would be like, what would I afford? But I'd be like, well, I wouldn't pay for a photo shoot because I'm a photographer.
Pretty much.
If you are the thing, you have to get out of yourself and be like, what should someone pay for it? Because I'm like, I ain't paying for nothing.
And then another thing is, I'm just sitting there thinking, like, 175 sounds like a lot.
Yeah.
However, 200 sounds like even more. 225 though, it's like, okay, because what's more than 225? 250. At least it's not 250 if it's 225, because 200 is a lot. So it's like, it's okay. When I see the number, when people see the number 225, like, okay, at least it's not 250 or 275. When you see 200 even, no.
Okay, yeah.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
175, okay, that's a lot, but at least it's not 200. But that's not enough money for me to sustain myself.
Right.
So 225 is the sweet spot.
It's like the same thing when they say like 199 or like 195.
And then another thing with that 225 price, if someone's not willing to pay that 225 price, that's saving me bad clientele.
True.
Because when you charge, the lower you charge, your clientele is going to reflect that.
Right.
So that 225 price is just high enough for everybody who's going to potentially be bad clientele and not pay me when I like on time, or I have a bad experience shooting with them or anything like that. That's weeding those people out as well.
Because it says a little something about the clientele if they're willing to pay.
Absolutely. As someone, and then when you hit them with that $25 deposit, and them knowing, okay, I already spent that $25, they gonna show it to that photo shoot.
Right.
And then when you go further up, when it's a bigger photo shoot, you up that deposit even more. So when you book a wedding package with me, the deposit is a little bit more. It's not $25. It's a little bit more. And you already paid that significant amount of money. So you're more likely you gonna follow through with that photographer.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah.
You're out here giving just some great advice to
that was my little business spiel.
Generation people.
So do you sustain, like, do you pay your rent? This is your main source of income.
Yeah, so photography and videography is my main source of income. It's how I pay my rent. It's how I pay everything. It's how I survive.
This is why we should support the arts.
Yeah, a few years ago, I got tired of working. I hated working so much.
You know what? Yeah.
I hated it because I would have bosses. Because, like, I didn't mind my actual jobs or, like, the actual strainer jobs, but, like, I hated working for people. And I had a job. It was at a call center. And it was, like, my first job where it was, like, a rundown job because I had been working since I was 14, so I had a resume coming in at 16 to work at pretty good jobs, so I was fine. I always found decent jobs. I just was like, okay, I don't like working with people, and the bosses are kind of reckless or whatever, and do stupid stuff, and they're annoying. But working at this job, really, I was working at this job for a few months, and I said, look, I'm about to buy another camera, and I'm never working for another person again. I'm not working another job I don't want to work at ever again. If I ever work a job again, I'm going to be able to quit whenever I want to quit. It's just not to be bored if I work another job again. And when I quit that job, I have not worked another job since. And, like, there's been times where I'm like, it's hard being a freelancer. Because, like, being a freelancer, I always say this. One day I could have a bunch of money, have $1,000 in my pocket. The next day, I could be at a few hundred. Or the next day I could be at zero. Just by expenses alone, building up for money for another photo shoot or video shoot or just paying all these bills. But at the end of the day, my bills are paid when I'm stressing about those things. So I'm like, that's always the stress of being a freelance artist is I don't know what my next shoot is, but I do trust my branding and I do trust my work that people are going to keep on booking. Because I just had a point where I had a dry spell of where I wasn't getting these shoots. And next you know,
boom,
I post a photo and 10 people are reaching out to me. So it's like, oh,
and
cool.
And it's funny because I thought it was people that you didn't even know.
Yeah, facts. Facts. For things for things that I wasn't even think were happening anytime. Yeah. So I'm like, okay, that's for sure. I mean, it's not the season for that, but for sure.
So I wanted to tell y'all that I had that performance the other day.
Yeah, how did that go? I saw a little video clips. They looked like it was really, really good.
It went good. It's on YouTube. It's on Instagram. You can watch it. It's good.
It's good. It was fire as hell.
It was
fire.
Good.
I was like, okay.
Did I tell you? I didn't tell you. I sold 5 CDs
What?
I made $50.
What?
Okay.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
So I could sell, like, I got like 100 CDs, but I have like less than 100 now. But
Right.
I bought 100 and I sold 5 CDs and made $50. I already made half of my expense on the CDs back. I can sell 5 more CDs and be in
Absolutely.
the positives and then just be making profit.
You told them after the performance?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know what? I was gonna tell you to do it like that. You should have been absolutely.
Yeah.
Because you have you're talented.
Very talented.
So like after seeing you perform, someone's gonna want to buy your stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to
Absolutely.
learn on how to be on the stage. I don't know how to be on the stage. I'm not a stage performer yet.
Well, you got to get out there.
Yeah, you're right.
Absolutely.
I
You
gotta
just
get
gotta
out
do
there. I'm gonna get there though.
I'm trying to do more performances. I'm trying to go to Detroit, Cleveland, all that. I'm trying to get rid of these CDs.
Absolutely.
Okay, because they can go.
Right.
Okay.
And
So,
that,
like-
that just showed me like, I can sell CDs.
What? I
Like,
can
what?
actually make revenue.
I made
Okay.
$50, and I got like a little, like my old bank account is
Yeah.
like my business account. So I put $50 in there, and that's for business expenses.
Absolutely.
So I buy more CDs with those or whatever.
Right.
But that's just
Or start on the next project with this.
start on the next project, equipment, whatever business expenses, and yeah. So that's just my little experience with trying to sustain myself on my art. I made an album, and then I sold it to people
Okay.
and made money off of it. Isn't that cool?
Absolutely.
That's very cool.
Absolutely.
So that's my first time experiencing it.
Like,
That's
so
dope.
eventually,
yeah.
I'll be like, I'm never working for nobody again.
Absolutely.
I'm trying to be like that too. Look. Trying to be like that too.
Yeah.
You just gotta grind to get there.
Yeah, I
You
do.
gotta-
I mean, I'm still at beginning stages. So like I obviously haven't sung on the stage. Well, I have, but not like since I've gotten better. And also like as far as like my photography and everything else, I mean I've done shoots with people, but I mean I'm just not there yet. Where it's like not supporting me like
Right.
where I should be. But that doesn't mean I'm gonna.
He's way ahead of the game.
Right, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to give up on trying.
No, not at all.
Right, so I'm just going to continue to
Not at all.
just continue to try because eventually it's going to happen, and just not right now. Just
Absolutely.
not, and that goes for my YouTube channel as well.
And don't ever feel like you're running behind either, because at the end of the day, each of us has different lives, and
Yeah.
different circumstances that got us to
and
this
you know
point,
what? That's
and we
my
all
issue.
completely different people.
Like, that's my issue. I compare myself to a lot of other people that I know. I try not to do that.
Listen.
I try not to do that
Listen.
because at the end of the day,
That's
it's not good, you know. So I try to be like, well, what can I do to make sure
right.
I get to point A and point B? But I mean, as far as like the money stuff, I DoorDash.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I DoorDash to make sure
Absolutely.
I can support any other accessories or.
Yeah, DoorDash is a pretty good.
I was
Or-
just saying earlier.
yeah.
DoorDash paid
I'm
my
pretty
rent a
sure
couple times.
anybody over the age of 18 with a car got a DoorDash
Got
account.
a DoorDash
Right?
account, yes. And I mean, I made about a good $200 one night. So
As you
can pay my
should.
rent sometimes.
Listen, whenever
That
I
one
don't have
summer,
a bunch of
okay.
shoots, I'm a DoorDash.
All right.
period.
Because at the end of the day, if I really lock in with DoorDash, I don't gotta work for nobody.
All right.
Because I choose when I do a DoorDash.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm gonna go do that.
Right.
And I'm gonna
But
make that rent.
I will say this. Since I updated my Instagram account, I've been getting a lot of people who I don't know and like DM me talking about like your prices and
Absolutely.
and people on Facebook, you guys also. But I was just shocked because it's just for me like I love analytics. And when I look at them, I'm like, so how did this person even find me?
Yeah.
Right.
And then I'm like, and I look at the analytics, I'm like, okay, so you telling me I got 319 impressions, and like, you know, and like 91 of them were actually on my account. You know, they was actually looking. So I was just like excited about seeing that and
Absolutely.
how it works. But
does it make you optimistic when you see like things like that, like small little things like, oh, these people found my account from this place?
you know what?
Or,
It does. It really does.
Yeah.
when I was like, oh, I sold 5
Because
CDs.
like it's like when I post on YouTube or when I post on Instagram, and it's not a subscriber, it's not a follower,
right,
but it's a random person saying that you did good,
right,
and that they love what you did, and it's something about it that just makes you feel better about being an artist,
right,
about being a photographer, about
That's the
being
thing
an
about
actor, or you know. Whatever that you,
creative
whatever,
in general.
right? Just whatever you
Times
create,
be hard.
and it's people that you don't know.
I would definitely say I was streaming on Twitch like yesterday.
Yeah.
And like I just started streaming. Like I haven't uploaded any gameplay on YouTube or anything or uploaded anything. And like a few random people found me, was watching my Twitch, and I'm like, okay, that's gonna keep me pushing. I was live for a little bit longer. I'm like, okay, that's what's up. So earlier somebody commented on my Twitch. I'm like, bet, that's what's up. It's like this is something completely new. I'm trying to figure out this, and I'm like, okay, I must be doing something right.
Right, something right.
If I'm getting a little bit of viewers and I haven't shared it or anything, I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah, but the thing is,
and it felt good.
If the talent or the content or the skill or whatever the thing you're delivering is because we're all very talented, very skilled in what we do.
Yeah.
And if you just give the world that, it's gonna work regardless. Yeah. So you put that, you streamed on Twitch, and I'm sure it looked good because you're a videographer.
Absolutely.
You know audio, you know technology. I know it looked good.
Yeah.
So somebody looked at it and was like, oh, this looks good. Let me subscribe.
Right.
Because they know the content is good. And then you doing your photography and everything you're doing is going to be good, and people are going to watch it. And so it's inevitable.
Yeah. And I was just thinking like here's like just like a little tip.
Food, we know McDonald's good, so we go to McDonald's. You know.
I don't know about all that. You lost us with you lost us with that one.
I don't go to McDonald's no more, except for fries, because I'm a veg. But
yeah,
McDonald's fries.
But I was saying like I feel like yeah, the creative part
and not a veg.
A veg.
A veg. We back at this. My God.
A veg is a vegetarian.
All right, so I was saying
a baby vegetarian. I'm trying.
All right, I was saying like, cause you said something. You said does that make us feel like? What'd you say?
You feel more optimistic seeing the little engagement.
Yeah, honestly, I think it's because what I do is I really love like the whole process of like tags. Like
Instagram and
like tags. Like if you have the right keywords, using the right key phrases, people can find you that way. And I feel like by me using a lot of key phrases and a lot of key tags, is what's been helping me get noticed. But you know, because my voice and my camera is only half the way. My talent is only half the way.
Yeah,
but
that's
the other
true.
half is from me putting in the work,
marketing,
like marketing myself without having to pay money, free, like a cheap way if I trying to market yourself, you know.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So
my brother was dropping a lot of gems the other day. Shout out to Quail Not Funny. He was dropping a lot of gems the other day, and he was talking about he read a book, and I forgot, but I want to read it, so I have to ask him what the book was. But it's about how you can promote things like to the highest of possible levels without having to pay for it. Like I tell you, and then you tell two people, and then those two people tell two people,
right?
And then you know, like it works that way. Like somebody says, "Oh, he just did my photo shoot, and it was great. Here, his Instagram." Mm-hmm. Oh, here's his CD that he just performed at this thing, and I bought a CD, Mom, here. And she going, you know, it's just like if the talent is there, and then you just bring it to their house, or just set the food on their plate, they gonna eat it, and they gonna tell their friends where to get a plate.
Right,
absolutely.
So everybody gonna be eating.
Right, and I was telling Joseph this the other day. He called me what you call me? You called me a scammer.
You're a scammer.
So what I'm gonna do
Oh my
is
God.
I told my mom that she was a scammer.
I'm
Did you?
scared.
She was like, "That's not a scammer. He's not a scammer."
I'm just
He's
I'm just
scammer.
I'm just a businessman.
He's
I'm
a
just a
scammer.
businessman. That's all
I want to
am.
hear. I want to hear your business plan.
So when I DoorDash, right?
I was going to do it last time I DoorDash, but I forgot.
You make
I'm gonna do it.
So what
Oh
I'm
my
gonna
God.
do? You know I have
It's-
business cards,
it's
right?
scammy.
I have a whole bunch of them.
Oh my God, you're gonna put your business
I'm
card.
gonna put my business
Scam.
card on top of the bag.
You put it in the bag.
I'm gonna put it. I can
gotta
put
put
it.
it in-
If you get if you
No,
get
I'ma put it on
banned
top.
from
Huh?
DoorDash, if
Huh?
you get banned from DoorDash,
You
How
just-
many?
No, look
I'm
what
just
you
playing.
Because I used to like
Do that.
stapler.
Uh-huh.
So I was like
Staple
so
it to the
proper.
bag.
I was so proper. I used to staple the bags closed so that they would be closed.
Mm.
When like they would give me an open bag or whatever, but you can close it and staple
Boom.
them on top of the bag. So
Look,
they have to pull
look.
it out to,
Look, DoorDash ain't say nothing about nobody
So what were
monetizing
you-
their
so
own
you-
stuff.
So you were gonna put business cards in the bags?
Yes.
Scamming.
How is it scamming?
I wouldn't say
I'm
it's
just,
scamming.
Look, I'm just trying to get.
I would definitely tell you to do it. I would definitely tell you to do it. However, I would not be surprised if your ass get reported from somebody who's a hater.
That's true. I didn't even think about
I would
that.
not be surprised.
I
But
don't
definitely
see-
do
you
it
have to
though.
be a
Do
big
it.
I'ma do
hater,
it.
though.
Do it.
You have to
And
be
then
a-
and
you
if
have
I
to
get
be like
reported,
that.
Forget it.
You
It
have
is
to
what
be
it
a
is.
really
Right.
big hater to report something like that.
Also,
Right.
back to your analogy with the stapler.
Yeah.
Oof. Oh no.
What?
If somebody stapled my DoorDash food, I'm gonna be a little scared.
What? I was just being like. polite.
I'm gonna
I
be like,
was
they
very-
opened it and then stapled it back.
No, like you get a bag from somewhere and it's open. Like Chipotle they don't close their bags. They didn't used to, so I would staple it for them,
mm-hmm.
so they can give me 5 stars, so I can get better ratings and
I'm
get better
so weak.
orders. I was a businessman.
You're the businessman. See,
I was a businessman. I
See?
used to send text messages like,
I definitely
I
used to
just
send the text message.
yeah,
I used to
And it
definitely send the
worked.
text
It
message,
worked.
and I always made sure I grabbed the napkins and silverware.
it worked though. And I'm like, I'm at the place. Like, do you need anything? Just,
Because
like,
at one
cover my
point I was trying to
bases.
be like, what is it called? Is it a preferred driver or something?
a top dasher.
A top dasher. I was
Yeah.
trying so hard to be a top dasher. And
Yeah.
it was a
I was a
grind.
top dasher.
I never got there because I started declining orders.
Okay.
They just wasn't big enough. You want me to go 10 miles for $4? Absolutely
Nah.
not.
It's chops. It's a chop.
Yeah.
Because once the
Right.
pandemic started to end, DoorDash orders started to get a little lower. The tips started to not be there. So
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm one of
But-
them people who don't tip.
Why?
damn.
I don't.
Why?
I'm
Damn.
broke nowadays. Look,
Well, I feel it, but
I'm broke nowadays. So
I feel like if I'm door dashing, it just has to come with the territory. At least I tip at least.
Definitely. Well, I
Because-
don't know about the whole at least $3. I
Well,
keep it
'cause
at
that's
least
like
2.
the lowest you can do.
No,
Around
'cause
2.
at
No, you can tip
first-
2. You definitely
at
can tip
first-
2. You can tip $1 if you want to.
No, because at
sure?
first I thought we didn't have a choice but to tip them.
I thought I don't have a choice. Well, you have a choice.
You have
Right.
a choice. You click
I
that
didn't
little
know
other
that
right
until I
there if you
clicked
don't got
on
it in
the
your little
other-
account.
You know, you click on the other, and then you can put in the price that you want. I always put 0.00
Damn.
Oh wow.
because
So
look,
you went out of your
could-
way.
I did because half
You
the
see-
time,
you
half the
see-
time my food be cold anyway.
See, I just always think back to when I was on my DoorDash grinding on DoorDash, dashing 40 plus hours a week, making
Shit.
But
600
people
on
don't tip
DoorDash during the
They don't.
pandemic.
Because I've been door dashing lately and I don't be getting tips.
Yeah, people ain't tipping how they used
Ain't
to.
nobody tipping.
And I'd be like, dang, I really want to tip them because what if that was me? Because it was this lady who used to
Exactly.
order DoorDash almost every day from the same place. And I got her like a few times a week, and she would always tip almost $20. It was a great time.
Those were blessings.
She was great.
Yeah,
Those were good times.
yeah.
She'd like
We do
wave
have
from her
some good
window.
times like that.
Oh, did she?
She'd like text. She'd send a text, thank you. It was
she,
so nice.
She was
And she would be a perfect woman to just give a business card to.
she was, wasn't she?
She's like,
A,
oh,
a
thank
nice
you.
big
Absolutely.
J-Dot photos. Here you go.
Absolutely. We say absolutely so much.
We-
Yes.
I mean, we
I
do.
just want to address that
I mean-
because I know if anyone listening is saying that if they say absolutely one more time, so for the rest of this podcast,
Count how many times we
take a
said
shot every time we say absolutely, or just rewatch this and take a shot every time we say absolutely, and
It's
I
funny
promise
'cause
you,
we kinda-
guarantee
Because we
you
kind of
will.
got our own language.
We do
We kind of,
in a way.
in a way, we do. Like we use words that people don't know. What's one of the words?
If Edge is one,
The
that's
Edge is
new.
most definitely one.
Idicious.
Idicious.
Oh.
Idicious.
Should we say that?
Are we going? Do we want to tell the story of Idicious?
No.
I don't want to tell the story yet.
I think we should wait and tell
Not
that
yet.
story.
Not yet. The story's too good.
Yeah.
'Cause that's a real person in the world.
Oh my
yeah,
god.
it is a real person in the world.
So, and that's the real name.
Idicious.
Stop! You didn't have to say that. You could have left it alone. Cut that part
Nah,
out.
she know who her name is. And her friends know what her name is.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
Cut
shut
this
up.
out.
Okay.
No. It's just, he just said her
Let's
and
not
her
be
friend.
shady. I'm not gonna be shady.
Mm. She be like, why y'all saying my name?
I mean, it's a word. It's not her name.
Make sure you pay a few dollars to get this on iTunes Radio so they can hear it.
Make sure we promote this everywhere so everybody can hear it.
Yeah, so everyone can hear it.
My God.
But yeah, like, yeah, we do have our own kind of lingo, the way we speak to each other.
Yeah.
We say absolutely a lot because we're usually like, I just had a photo shoot yesterday, and it'd be like,
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. And
it's like a affirmation.
like I just got a new job.
Congrats.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I just said absolutely, like for real, because you did just get a new job.
I did. I really did.
Absolutely.
So absolutely, yes.
I did.
Period.
I did. I did that.
You did
Period.
that.
Yeah, I passed the drag test. That's
Okay.
pretty much all it is.
Okay.
You passed
Couldn't be
the
me.
I did.
Could
You
not
don't
be
have to take
me.
anymore?
Huh?
You don't have to take anymore?
I might have to. I don't know.
They gonna send me to they're gonna open Alcatraz back up
Yeah.
just for me.
They're going to pull out the stripper pole and send you straight to hell. Just because of your drug test.
I mean, I know. I mean, it was just like a oral.
Swab.
So what else would there be?
All you had to
like
do was
you
go
gotta
get
be
some
in a
mouthwash from the head shit.
You know what? You know.
could have
You know.
smoked. You could have smoked last night, to be honest.
Like, you know what's funny? Somebody else told me that.
Huh? They don't. They
What
really
somebody tell you?
don't.
Somebody they was like, you could have did it with
Pretty
us. My sister and my uncle.
Oh.
They were like, you could have smoked with us. I was like, oh no, because I had this job interview tomorrow, and
Yeah.
you mean being all goody? I'm like, no,
Yeah,
it's not
anybody
gonna
want to do all
happen.
that?
No.
I had to try.
You did.
Smokers always want to get somebody
Let me
to
get
smoke.
in
They do.
officially first.
Absolutely.
Let me get in. Let me get my little
Absolutely,
smile
actually.
vest, okay? And then I'll let
get your
y'all know.
little smile vest real
Period.
quick.
My little smile vest.
So you want to work in there, or you're not going to be a driver?
No.
Do you want to tell people where you work at?
Hmm?
Where you going to work at?
Don't want to tell them?
No, that's confidential. But you gonna have your little smile.
A little smile, with a little yellow with the blue smile.
Okay.
Smile on your shirt and a smile on your face.
Mm-hmm. Like you walk
And
up
a
to the
smile in
building,
your
there's a
pockets.
smile in front of the building.
Is it?
So the building literally smiled at me when I walked up.
Good for you.
So that was a good sign.
Gladly, I'm sitting down because I cannot stand you. I really can't.
Okay, that was
A pun. Okay.
a pun.
I guess we can talk about how we all met now.
I'm gonna need a refresher. That was a long time ago.
Okay, so all right. Well, I already knew Jalen.
Because it's a
Wait,
series.
you
Because
gotta set it up
Because
first.
it's honestly a series of events.
Yeah, it is a series of events. Okay.
So yeah, I think we should talk about how us three met.
Or
Because we were gonna talk about it in the first and second, but
Right.
Jalen was not here.
okay, how
How
we
we
could
all that. Y'all
'cause-
knew each other before a while.
Yeah.
Before I jumped in.
So I guess I'll talk about how I met Jalen, and then we will talk about how we met you and how you met us.
Okay, how was
Cool.
that experience? Because I came in late. Y'all
Yeah.
were seeing me come
Okay.
in. So
All right.
I would like to
Cool.
hear this.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
So you want me to go first?
I'm gonna sit
Yeah,
back
because you know
and
more
listen.
of it. I don't remember a lot
Okay.
of stuff.
All right. So what I remember was back in the day when we went to TNC.
Mm-hmm.
We was a part of a study group called Slam.
The TNC church
Yeah, that neighborhood church.
is that neighborhood church.
That is that neighborhood church because
Okay.
they that neighborhood church. Okay.
Absolutely.
And I remember I was at the time I was about I think I just turned 14 or 13. It was one of the ages.
You're a baby.
And I walked in and I saw everyone. And I was like nervous. I was always like the nervous.
So
I was like the real nervous, shy kind of kid. But I swear I feel like people when I walked in there, I feel like people didn't like me.
Oh,
Like I know Darius. Like I saw Darius and I saw like all the older kids. I just feel like a stare on me. But then there was like another group of people.
I'm so weak.
And it was like they didn't look as mean.
Yeah.
like they didn't look as mean.
Yeah.
So I kind of like sat next to by y'all. It was like Momo, Dwight, you,
well, we were younger.
Charlie, and I think Brittany was there at the time maybe, because I was not really. I kind of just popped up, but I lived on the north side though. Yeah. And I believe I seen you around, but I knew.
That's not how I remember me. Well, I don't remember meeting you, but I just remember knowing you.
Right.
I remember always knowing you.
And I believe the first time we hung out was, I don't want to talk about this moment, but it's gonna happen. I was with you, Momo, CJ, and it was on Erie Street at Victoria House.
Oh my God. No.
We're not going to talk about that situation. No. We're not going to talk about that situation.
Absolutely
But
not.
that's the first time we hung out. And ever since then, like, I just knew I wanted to be.
I actually remember that day. That's funny.
Me too.
That's so funny. I just remember like being someone who was there, but not really there. I was just like, what the fuck is happening?
And I think like over the time where I started getting more comfortable with slam, our bond grew. The bond there just grew, and
so y'all was in slam before even YLP.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like our bond grew, and then as we both got older, he started coming around like my mom, and like, this is like still before YLP. I mean,
before y'all joined YLP.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Because I joined YLP and then jumped into slam after.
You gotta think.
Right.
We're from the same exact neighborhood.
Yeah. Shelly introduced us to YLP.
Yeah.
We didn't know nothing about YLP.
What happened before TNC was there was another church there called North Point.
Yeah.
And everybody in the neighborhood went to that church as well. So and they would hold big events too, like even bigger events than now.
Like
they would
carnivals.
have huge block parties. I mean, like huge.
It was instead of TNC.
It was.
So like you know how there's.
So TNC took it over.
No, it was called Northgate. My bad, I said North Point.
Yeah.
It's because it's Northgate and Westgate. Because you know how TNC's other church is Westgate. It was Northgate and Westgate, and TNC didn't exist. Westgate ended up buying that church and renaming it Northgate, and then they put their staff in there or whatever.
Right.
And so that's how that is. And everybody in the neighborhood went to that church, and we used to all go to all the events. So I had seen Jeffrey around.
Yeah.
And not to mention the fact of the matter is your family hangs out with a lot of people, and people in my family hang out with a lot of people in the neighborhood. So we was gonna eventually bump heads.
Yeah.
So we had seen each other around, and I knew who he was.
Yeah. So I knew of him, but I didn't know him.
Yeah, we weren't like hanging out every day or anything like that, or hanging out all the time, or hanging on a hanging out basis. But we knew who we were, and we knew we were on a first name basis.
Right. And then I believe by the time we got to YLP, that's when the whole group started.
Yeah.
That's when, but it didn't start like fast though. It was like more like it was like slow, gradual.
And I want to emphasize this too because I wasn't really so like when y'all first joined YLP, I wasn't allowed to join YLP.
I remember,
right?
Because I'm young. Because I haven't really said it, but I'm like 2 years younger than y'all. 2 years younger than both of them. So it's
I was calling him a child.
So like I'm young. I'm not that old. So
like 20.
Yeah, I'm 21. I'm 21.
Yeah, we'll be
I just turned 21 March 16th. I'm a Pisces.
21.
Yes, I am 21.
Okay.
2000.
I'm about to be 24.
I'm so weak. So yeah, we really didn't hang out because we weren't in the same age group. So it's like we really didn't. We never had a chance to actually hang out, but we knew who we were. Right. And then when y'all were in YLP, I was trying to join YLP because I was just always around that area. So I would like be at even when we got to know each other in YLP, I wasn't really officially
You used to be around though.
in YLP. I was just around.
Yeah, you was like one of the kids who was like, okay, he's young, but he can stay.
Yeah, I was just because I was well
Like,
I was well behaved.
He was well behaved.
They just said I had a little anger
like
issue,
orphan
a little temper. I guess.
Did you?
I
You
guess.
were just a little
I was misunderstood.
moody.
I feel like
I
I was moody. I was moody.
You
you
was
were a
misunderstood.
teenager. And
Sometimes
that's
used to just
understandable.
tweak, but yeah,
Yeah.
it was fine. But I was just like, they just labeled me as the smart kid and the quiet kid, and I was just there, and yeah, and then eventually I got friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. So during this time, y'all are in YLP. Y'all joined YLP from Slam,
Mm-hmm.
and then y'all are in YLP, and then I pop up like, hey.
So yeah, but here's the
I
thing though.
didn't pop up like that. I popped up like,
That's the crazy thing. You remember this you
Yeah.
popping up, but I remember this me popping up.
no, I was already there, and then you popped in.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you my interpretation
Because
of Joseph.
I popped in like,
So
ugh.
like he just looked like he never wanted to be around us.
I
I'm
didn't.
so weak.
It was like
I didn't
I'm
wanna
around all
be in
these
YLP.
niggas. Like
Is that?
I
did
wanna
not
go back
want to be there.
I wanted to go back to where I was at.
Home.
Right, home.
Home.
And like you just look uninterested.
I'm sorry if I didn't hide it enough.
I'm so weak.
I was very much disappointed that I was in YLP.
But it's like it was. I mean, I was still like a quiet person, but his quiet was like on a whole nother level.
I'm
like,
so weak.
he just don't talk to nobody. He's smart, cause remember we had to finish our homework or some shit in order to like go and play.
Yeah, you gotta finish your computer.
Yeah,
work.
your
To
computer
the
work.
other room.
I'm like, damn, I'm always the last one, but he be the first one. But he quiet, and you was just always silent. And then I don't remember exactly how you like broke off.
I think I just slowly opened up because eventually being around you, because initially like when I'm around people, I don't. Maybe better now because like communication skills and being an adult and all that, but like I'd just being tossed into this fishbowl with these other children, and I don't want to be here. I did not want to be in YLP.
I'm so weak.
And we know how, but we ain't gonna talk about
Go to
we ain't
hell.
gonna talk about that. But I'm in this program with these people that I didn't want to be in the program, and you're here. I don't like the program, and you're here. That means I don't like you either. So I didn't like y'all. I don't say I didn't like y'all, but I disliked the situation.
Yeah.
And you're a part of the situation, so I dislike everything. So I was very much like uninterested and very much not happy to be there. But I eventually opened up because, I got to know people and people are cool, and I started having fun and all that. We started singing and taking trips and stuff. And, and I just opened up. So and then we just became cool.
Yeah.
Became cool, and then we became like really cool.
Yeah.
Started
Like
hanging out
it got to the point
outside
where
of YLP.
like I was at my house.
And then we started coming over your house
Yeah.
because you lived like right up the street.
Right at the street.
And then so we just kind of bonded outside of YLP.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's been like that ever since. Not quite like that, but it's been like that ever since.
Well, with us.
Yeah.
It's been like that with us.
Yeah.
Like that has never changed.
Right. And, like dynamics change and everything, but we've still been the same. We still had the same relationship since those days.
Right. I mean, listen. Y'all want a small recap? Go listen to Summertime. It's streaming on all platforms. Okay.
Okay, plug.
Okay. Go
Scammer.
ahead, play that in there.
Scammer.
It's a small glimpse of what we went through. Okay.
I'm so weak.
I was talking about
Well, it's
y'all.
not a glimpse because the music video isn't out yet, and I'm into
Yeah, it's not. It's not out yet. But
what's up?
Coming soon. Coming soon.
It's an
Coming
audio,
soon.
It's an audio glimpse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a visual yet.
Just close your eyes and listen to it.
Yeah. Maybe we can
Enjoy
get a
the
lyric
ride.
video so they
Yeah.
can watch the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
I should do that.
You know
I
what?
just made one for Samaj.
You know what?
Oh wow.
For Izzy, I made.
Maybe we can get a lyric video for Summertime.
Got you.
Got you.
That's gonna happen.
Absolutely. So yeah, it's been ever like it's been ever like that. It's been like that ever since. And here we are, 3 businessmen, still doing our creative thing. And
Yeah. Yeah.
so yeah, after YLP, we kind of transitioned from YLP into like a Slam YLP hybrid because I joined Slam with y'all.
Mm-hmm.
We was in Slam YLP together, and then what? It was just Slam.
Yeah, it was YLP, and we had like homework time,
Right.
and then we had like,
And then we went to slam afterwards.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we had slam.
Yeah. And then we all graduated.
We all graduated.
We all graduated.
Y'all
We did.
graduated.
Well, you graduated too.
But you
You graduated later, but
you was there.
we all graduated, period, though.
See, that's such a
Period.
smooth transition for y'all. I didn't have that smooth transition because before y'all graduated, I had already
Things did
left.
not get easier.
In a sense,
Things did not get easier when we graduated, though.
because when I changed schools,
Right.
Oh, we didn't see you as much.
yeah. So like,
That sucked.
that's a
Yeah.
transition. That's a transition for me, and that was like a big transition in my life. So like, cause I went
yeah.
from like one side of the city to a completely different side of the city.
Yeah.
I went from like a school that's low income
went
and
from my
completely in the
school to
hood to
another
a school that's
Yeah.
like moderately well off, where there's a lot more opportunities.
So like,
And like people are like already know themselves and have
Yeah.
these personalities, and it just
Yeah.
seemed like I was in a school with a bunch of YouTubers. It seemed like everybody
Perhaps
just seemed
that's why
like
it turned out so
YouTubers.
well.
Pretty much, yeah. It did help me open up. That first, the first year I was at that school, I hated it so much. Like that was my junior year at Rogers High School was one of the worst years of my life. But by the time my senior year came, I had opened up completely. And
yeah.
Yeah.
I remember on that
You were a
time.
very popular kid.
I
You had an experience at Rogers that I don't know much about, but from seeing it from the outside in, you were like that thing.
You was.
I'm
You were
weak.
that thing
I'm
at
so
Woodward.
weak.
You were always popular.
Yeah, you was.
I would say I was
When
like
you went to Rogers, you were like,
Well, like,
a lot of
you
people
had your
just
own
knew, a lot of people
situation.
just knew me because I did a lot. I always did a lot of stuff. So when I played the violin for
right.
8 years
First
of my
chair.
life, and I
Alright,
was
come on,
first
first
chair
chair.
at first chair in 3-4 different orchestras throughout my life. Like I never played an orchestra where I wasn't first chair. So like I was known for like things like that. I was a
Okay,
straight A
flex.
student, and I was kind of athletic once I got to high school. So like people knew me for those things.
Okay.
So like that's why people knew me. But I was kind of like on a social level. When I went home, I didn't talk to anybody.
Yeah.
It was just like everybody knew me in school, and it was just cool to know me.
I mean, you talked to us. We had.
Well, yeah.
We had our group chat.
Yeah,
Oh, we did, yeah.
absolutely.
But it's funny because around the time we all kind of like was distant.
Yeah.
We all was very distant. Like I think,
That's normal.
because you was at Rogers. You
Yeah, I was trying to
were
figure
on the
life
verge of. I think you were about to leave. You was getting ready to leave to BG.
Yeah.
out. Mm-hmm.
And me, I was at Owens.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was in Owens. I was taking my classes at Owens.
Yeah. Isn't that funny though? How we all like had our different.
Different routes. Like
Yeah.
different,
And then it's like, oh, it came back together.
yeah.
Because here we are sitting in the
That's right.
same room again.
Absolutely.
Like,
You know,
like, what, like 4 years later? 3?
4
4?
years.
3,
Excuse me?
4? When did you graduate?
I graduated
I've been in college for 4
2018.
years, sir.
Just 3?
3/4
It's like 7 years, bro.
because
Right, 4, right?
No,
Well-
it's like 7 years. I've
well,
been in
yeah, we
college
talking
for
about
3
then. We're
years,
talking about
4 years.
then. We're the 7 years, around like 7 years. We're talking about then. Yeah, 7 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
My bad.
Sorry.
Because we met at like 14.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was like so young.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
It's a long time ago.
I was
but-
13 when I met you, and I was like very young when I met
So
you.
that's like
Yeah.
7 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You
but-
know, and it's funny because the person who was my best friend, I didn't think she was going to be my best friend.
I'm weak.
do you
Now she
remember-
call me every day.
Who?
Brady.
That's funny.
It's not an issue though. I
That
love
is so
Brady
funny.
to death. I love my bestie for the restie.
Absolutely.
Well, yeah. Well, you guys have a little backstory. See, this episode is like an hour long right now.
I'm so weak.
So you see how we just talk and go into tangents and blah, 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 blah. But that's pretty much, we just want to give you a little insight onto who we are, how we came to be, so you understand a little bit of our dynamic.
Yeah.
Let me try that again. Gosh. So you understand a little bit of our dynamic and how we coexist, I guess, if that makes sense.
Yes,
Does it make sense?
it makes sense.
Right. So how we interact with each other. Just a little backstory. I don't think I have anything else to talk about yet. So if y'all are cool, we can just sign off right
Yeah.
here. Let's do it.
So you
Well,
can
thank
find.
y'all for listening.
Yeah. Thank you
To the Unnamed Podcast.
to the Unnamed Podcast.
Absolutely. See,
Period.
it's absolutely and period.
Period.
Okay. Okay, is another.
You can thank TikTok and all social medias for those
Yeah,
things.
you should
very
can.
much 21st. Is it
Yeah.
21st century?
Yeah.
Very much 21st century.
Very much.
Millennials and Gen Z.
Right. So, Joseph,
People
where can
we
they
are.
find you on all social media platforms?
But yes, you can find me at Trevor Fields Music everywhere. Visit trevorfieldsmusic.com. Also, buy a CD, $10. I'll ship it to you. Sign it if you want. All that. Stream Apollo, etc., etc., etc.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So, where can they find you,
Me.
Jeffrey?
So you can find me on TikTok at the real Jermaine. On Instagram, you can find me at Jermaine X Official, and on my photography page on Instagram, you can find me at Jeffrey.jphotos. Yeah, there you go.
Period.
And how about you, Jalen?
Boom. You can find me for my photo work at carterjphotos.com, on Instagram at carterjphotos. If you want to find my gaming content, you can find me on Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram at Professor X Gaming. On Twitch, it's Professor X with one S instead of two. It's a typo. Gotta fix it in 60 days. But yeah, was that everything? Was that all my social medias? I have a lot.
You do.
And yeah, that's good for now though.
All right.
All right. Well, y'all can probably tell that my microphone died, so I'm on the phone.
Yeah.
But yes. Well, thank y'all for listening to the 3rd episode of the Unnamed Podcast. And you can catch us next week at, I don't know, Wednesday? You want to do Wednesday? Upload on Wednesdays?
Let's do Wednesdays.
You can do Wednesdays.
What if we upload it on Fridays?
Are you up? Yeah, let's upload on Fridays. That gives us a little leeway because, like,
Because people got stuff to do.
yeah, because Wednesday nights might not work every week. I gotta go skating.
Okay. So we upload on Fridays, record during the week.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Got you.
Cool.
Yeah, so you can catch us next Friday back here.
Period.
Period.
Thank you for listening.
Let's go.
All right.